What's going on, everyone? This is Vangelis 2019, back in No Man's Sky, the final part of the Corvette expedition. Where we left off last time, we were just entering Rendezvous 5. Let us boldly go. Right, can't remember what I needed gold for. Probably to install that. Alright, let's get to the space station. Boom. Alright, straight away we need to sell that contraband. Hopefully it's worth a lot of money. Sell. Okay, that's the storage augmentation that I need to install. Ooh, plus 163%, that's nice. 162%. 164%. What are the chances? And the survey said, yes. Under the noses. Now that's the Starship Fabricator. Starship Outfitting. Am I able to upgrade my Corvette from here? Apply augmentation. Why can I not install that augmentation here? That's so annoying. Alright. I have to find something to delete. I imagine it doesn't really matter because I've already ticked off the milestone, but still. Alright, let's climb under their noses. Okay, I've got plenty of exosuit bloody slots, so... You know, maybe I'll just do it here anyway, just because. Okay, we're getting into row 4 now, so let's start it from here now, I think. Alright, I got a bunch of stuff. Which I probably don't need. Okay, let's sell. Sulphurous whalebone carvings. I probably don't need those. Yep, alright, everything else can stay momentarily. Okay, so I've got plenty of cargo room, but yeah, this is going to get a bit annoying. Alright, let's check where we are mission-wise. Okay, engage the emergency warp. Embark on another Traveller's Corvette. We can save that for the end. Get to the 5th rendezvous. Okay, so let's get that out of the way now. Blah 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 blah. Okay, resist 5 done. Let's claim that now. Corvette reactor modules. Okay, let's see if it can actually let me install them, seeing as I don't have any slots left. I thought installing more habitation modules would do that, but obviously not. I must be doing it wrong. Okay, let's have a look. Installable utility modules. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I need more reactors. Let's put one there. Actually, that's a kind of a... Well, let's move that and put that there. And then on the front, we can put that one. Whoa. Man, you ugly. Advanced heart. Done. Right, let's claim that now. Anomaly detector. Alright, so find a deep space anomaly. Again, we could probably do that now. We also do need to still engage the emergency warp. Okay. Right, so we saved here, so we can definitely come back. I reckon... oh, right, okay. So now I've got a couple more slots opened up. That's cool. So what I can do is install the emergency warp.
Technology installed.
Microprocessor. Oh, I didn't get enough gold. Need more gold. And I need a warp cell. Alright, can I make a warp cell? Ooh. Condensed carbon and chromatic metal. Did I ever get the ability to make a... No, I never got the ability to make a bloody personal refiner. Alright, well in that case, let us go and get gold, condensed carbon, and whatever I need to make chromatic metal. Yeah, I've got lots of copper, I just can't process it without being on the ground somewhere. Alright, let's go get gold and then process all the doodads. Find a nice planet to land on. Or to hover over, I should say. Ooh, I've got a gold nugget there. I don't know how much that's worth, but I need about 30. I need about 30. Is that enough to... Okay, I got gold. Okay, I just need to land on a planet that's got carbon or condensed carbon, which they'll all have. I think I've actually got all the copper I need. I just need to be on the surface of the planet to process it. Alright, what are we looking at? Supercritical with Gabarut. Noxious. Okay, what are you? Marshy with vile broods. Okay, overgrown. That's got star bulbs, so that should be fairly nice. And that's an obsidian bead. Aggressive sentinels, though. Ah, space station's annoying. Alright, let's go to the overgrown one. Ooh, there's lots of little islands. Right, so let's not go anywhere that's too small, because I really need somewhere where trees are. Alright, speed down. Thank you. Whoa. How that didn't go off, I don't know. Okay, scan the flutterbys. Really? Nothing scanning? Who's that dude? Ah. Bloody sentinel. We've got activated copper, albeit very far away. So we're alright for wiki plants. What's that? Activated copper. Oh, right here. Nice. Don't mind if I do. Alright, let's not forget that I'm actually here to process some materials. So let's do that now. Okay, I need condensed carbon, so why don't I fill that with a regular?
Incoming storm.
Ah, of course there is. Why would there not be? Let's process the regular copper first, why not? Right, now I can't go too far away from this thing, otherwise it'll stop being the thing. Right, I can't let the sentinel catch me either. Okay, there's condensed carbon over there. Okay, this is sentinel there. Okay. I should probably get underground, but not get too far away from my refiner.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
Well, finally, that seemed to take forever. Alright, I'm just gonna get out there. Alright, chromatic metal. Now, was that enough chromatic metal? Starships a fair way away. Actually, I don't even need to do it there, do I? I can do it here. I want to make antimatter. Okay, I've got enough chromatic metal, I just need the condensed carbon. I've got plenty of carbon on me. I could smash a few trees now, but why? When I could just take half of that. Let's do that. How much carbon I'm going to need from now on, but alright, let's make oh, my antimatter housing is on my ship. Lol. Alright, let's just pick this up. Now, the other thing I had to... Did I have to make an anomaly detector? No, I got an anomaly detector. Alrighty. Alright, there's bloody Sentinel coming, so let's just get back to shipper. Alright, let's make the warp cell. Let's transfer it to the starship. That'll do. Yep. Move, god damn it. Oh, I got a bunch of salt on me, huh? Alright, warp cell. Let's fix that. Okay, I now have an emergency warp unit. Bonza. Okay, I've landed on the space station, so I can get back. Let me just for a moment remind myself what this system's called. Rumamot. Galaxy map? Nope, that's not what I want. Emergency warp. Alright, executed an emergency warp, and that looks like phase 4 complete, so let's just land the space station. Alright, let's just collect fast scramble. Okay, let's collect phase 4. Dead-eye cannon plans. Dead-eye cannon. Nice. Okay, got a whole bunch of stuff. Alright, now where did that stuff go? Okay, it went there, so let's just put it in my exosuit. Dead-eye cannon sounds like something I want. Now in terms of expedition, so it looks like I'm done upgrading the Corvette. So why don't I just do a little bit of tinkering now, just for my own pleasure? Let's just transfer. Okay, aesthetics-wise, I can tinker later on, but I think what I really want to do is just do a little bit of balancing. Okay, a little bit more symmetrical. Doesn't look quite as ridiculous as it used to. Alright, again, let's have a look. Okay, so we're going to find the deep space anomaly, so we've got everything we need to do that. Shut down the Sentinel's forces. We get a boundary map for doing that, so maybe we need to go do that shipwreck sooner rather than later. Or do I want to do this first? I don't know. Okay, first things first, we need to get back to the... We need to get back to the right system. That's the first thing we need to do. Rendezvous 5. Ooh, there's a wobbly one. Okay, so deep space anomaly, explore a derelict. Yeah, see, I can do those two optional ones now, but I need to do that one in order to get the boundary map. But I need to deliberately set off the anomaly scanner to do that. So why don't I leave that till last? Let's do the space wreck. I can make sure that I don't actually complete the entire expedition. I know I'm running when I should have done that, but I'm extenderizing. Right, what I'm trying to avoid is completing the entire expedition without doing the optional ones as well. So if I deliberately not find the anomaly, then I won't accidentally end the expedition. Oh, what I need to do is... so that's to set off the... That's to find the anomaly. What I'm trying to do is do that. But that's an image. Okay, I've got to do that one first to get what I need to do that one. Damn, alright. Stuck between a rock and a hard place now, because I'd really like to do that one. Do you know what? Let's just do that one. Let's turn on multiplayer. Wrong button. Network. Enabled. PvP, no one, that'll do. Alright. I put multiplayer on. I just need to stow away in someone else's ship.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alright, as you can see, other players' ships really are struggling to render, so I think about actually turn that off and carry on. It doesn't, but it really matters if I don't do the optional missions. Alright, so, oops, wrong way. Expedition wise, I can do these, I can do that one and that one if I do that one, because it gives me a boundary map, and to do that one I need to do that one in order to get an emergency scanner. So I may as well find this deep space anomaly now. Let's just go Bing. I'm also conscious that, yeah, this is like the last day, and I don't want any kind of time zone shenanigans. Sentinel Interceptor does not open fire. Instead, it falls in line with my flight path and opens a communication channel. Data purge failed. Attempted data purge. Data purge failed. Attempted data purge. Nothing to fear. Okay. Offer resistance. Before I can respond, the ship is gone. Phew. Gone. Alrighty. Oh, hang on. Says it's over there. Ah, no. Sentinel interceptor signal. Okay, so I can pick up that Sentinel interceptor if I want. Okay, dwarfed, complete. I get my emergency signal scanner. Oh, a couple of slots as well. Okay, this is exosuit slots, so let's just do those. Signal scanner and pulse. All right. One derelict freighter. Right, it's beamed down. Alright, now I like to do these in first person just because they are very close quartered. And you can see a lot more. Get supplies. Of course, I've done the usual. I haven't actually made sure I cleaned up my inventory, but I've got plenty of slots, so I reckon it'll be fine. Okay, just gonna skip forward through this lore because I just want to get through it. Collect emergency supplies. Unsealed door. Okay, I don't know how far that scanner goes, but let's do that. Let's check out how far that goes. Yep, I think I can get to this safely. Try and get through this lore before I freeze. Crew manifest. Nope, somebody else is shooting at me. Okay, let's just update bioscan, use credentials. Come on. Right, who are you shooting at me? You little git. Alright, that got it. Alright, let's turn that on. Let's do this. Quick sticks. With saves deceased. Always seems to work. Log in as a cadet, using the credentials, read the captain's log, blah 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 blah. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Leave. Okay, got the captain's log. Now, where's the blue door? Let's go over to this heat thingy. Alright, where's the blue door? Alright, I reckon. Just do the last terminal. Yes, thank you, suit lady. Extract nanites. That'll do, pig. Okay, space wreck done. Right, well, let's get back into third person. Let's collect space wreck, and that will give us the Sentinel boundary plans. Ooh, and a couple of repair kits as well, nice. Alright, let's get back up there. Nice. Alright, now in terms of what's next, yeah, let's go and find the boundary map.
Alert. Navigational data received.
Alright. Boundary failure yonder. Okay, it's a bit stormy by the looks.
Hostile scan detected.
Whoa. Meant to get out of my chair then. Okay, let's get down there. Whoa. That's not what I wanted. Where's the bloody thing? This is what I wanted. Blah blah blah. Shut down Sentinel forces. Nice. Let's take a look at the weapon. Yeah. Fine. Access logs. Return to main controls. Log off. One zero done. Phase 5 done. Well, I would have thought that one would have triggered by itself, but hey ho. And again, we could have done that one if we'd really tried, but... Alright, let's just collect Phase 5. Titled The Shipwright. Corvette decal plans. Corvette banner customization. Nice. Ooh. Dark all of a sudden. Alright, let's collect the final phase. collect the Mecha Mouse companion egg. Nice. Where is that mecha egg? There it is. Nice. G'day. Voracious. Alright, let's give him an ion battery. That also gives him a little bit of love, vicariously. Nice. He's happy bunny. Alright. I just realised that I'm actually still able to do that one if I return to the space station, so let's do that now. Well, I've already interacted with that once to get resist 5, but I've now discovered that if you interact again, there's something else to be done. I think. Blah 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 blah. Upload anomaly definition. Compiling iteration signatures, linking, deploying. Deployment complete. Anomaly definition restored. The station call resumes its regular routine. No trace remains of its hostile message from before. Data fragments detected. Iteration matching definition still isolated. Submit orbital uplink blueprint. Blueprint. Broadcast to isolate fragments. Atlas aerial surveillance uplink functional. All systems stable. Alright. Resistance done. Alright, it looks like I can claim this now. 1200 Quicksilver, not bad. So again, it's still not telling me it's the end. Maybe I still have a chance to do this. Right, what have I gone on me? Alright. Well, do you know what? In for a penny, in for a pound. If it's not actually ending the expedition because I've still got an optional milestone, let's try again. Let's turn on the network and see if I can stow away. Now, is anyone else's ship here? Whoa. Somebody's... Now, somebody needs to throw a bucket of water over those two ships. I think I'm just gonna stay here and pretend that's not happening. Alright, let's Again, see, we teleported to a ship that we can't see. Maybe if I just stand here very still, it will just appear. I was kind of joking. If I just stand perfectly still, it'll appear, but that's exactly what happened. Alright, maybe, just maybe, this kind person will just take off with me aboard. Again, this may take some time before they're done doing stuff and things. Somebody's coming. I don't know if they've noticed me. I don't even know if it's his ship. I've missed his name. Alright, I think they've taken off. Yep, it's the active mission. It's going up. We're on our way. Yes. Well, how fun was that? Alright, let's claim that now. Alright, congratulations, Traveller. All primary expedition goals complete. And the optional ones. Your save will convert to a standard save if you wish to continue. Earn rewards can be collected on any save via the Quicksilver Synthesis Companion, otherwise known as Johnny 5, on the Space Anomaly. I always want to say Space Station there. Be sure to check back for the start of new expeditions soon. Ah, I got a bunch of cakes, nice. Get ready to say thank you to this dude. He might not even know I'm here. He might freak out a little bit when he gets out of his chair. Or he might eject me from his ship. Let's bring my own shippo in. Whoa. Nasty creature. Alright, let's get out of harm's way. Right up here. Whoa. I didn't realize I could actually fall into that reactor. Right, hopefully this guy can't bite me from there. If he can, I'll be very disappointed. Alrighty. Well, I guess there's nothing left to say except thank you very much for joining me, folks. This was Voyagers 2019, completing the Corvette Redux expedition. If you like what you saw, please like, please subscribe, and I will say ciao for now. See you later.